believe that name, Augie. I mean, who on earth would ever agree to have a name like Mr. Tushman? I smiled even though I didn't want to let them see me smile. Dad was the one person in the world who could make me laugh no matter how much I didn't want to laugh. Dad always made everyone laugh. Augie, you should go to that school just so you can hear his name said other over the loudspeaker. That's it. Exactly. Can you imagine how funny that would be?
Dad said excitedly.
That said excitedly.
So like he said it with excitement.
Can you imagine how funny that would be? Hello. Hello. Hugging Mr. Tushman. He was using a fake high old lady voice.
The king
Hi,
is
Mr.
here.
Tushman.
Welcome, King Abdulaziz. How are you, love?
Welcome.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay. Hamad,
Yes.
continue.
He was using a fake high old lady voice. Hi, Mr. Tushman. I see you're running a little behind today. Did your car get rear-ended again? What a bum rap. I started laughing, not even because I thought he was being that funny, but because I wasn't in the mood to stay mad anymore. It couldn't be worse, though.
It could be.
It could be worse, though. Dad continued in his normal voice. Mommy and I had a professor in college called Miss Butt.
Okay.
Mom was
Okay.
laughing now, too. Is that for real? I said. Roberta Butt, Mom answered, raising her hand as if to swear. Buddy Butt, she had huge cheeks, said Dad. Nate, said Mom. What? She had big cheeks, is all I'm saying. Mom laughed and shook her head at the same time. Hey, I know, said Dad excitedly. Let's fix them up on a blind date. Can you imagine Miss Butt and meet Mr.
Okay,
Tushman?
can we skip this to here?
Why?
Okay.
It's funny. It's only jokes.
Yes, but I don't know, sir. Okay.
Because
okay.
you know that tush is like
yes, I know
children's word for butt.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see, so
okay,
his daddy is trying to lighten up the mood, and he's trying to crack jokes.
Actually, I thought you were not okay with this, but
no, it's okay
it's
because
funny
everybody knows now. Technology has left nobody knowing doesn't know anything. So everybody knows because we hear this all the time in movies and even in cartoons.
Okay, it's okay. Okay, go ahead.
Here's Miss Butt. They could get married and have a bunch of little tushies. Poor Mr. Tushman answered Mom, shaking her head. Augie hasn't even met the man yet, Nate. Who's Mr. Tushman? Via said groggily. She had just woken up. He's the principal of my new school, I answered.
Okay, thanks, Muhammad. So this whole thing that we read is his mom and dad. They tried to cheer him up, and I think it works because in the last paragraph he said he's the principal of my new school. So I think we can understand from this one line that he's going to a new school. Okay, who wants to read this page?
Can I read?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Bragging Mr. Tushman. I would have been more nervous about meeting Mr. Tushman if I'd known I was also going to be meeting some kids from the new school, but I didn't know. So if anything, I was kind of giggly. I couldn't stop thinking about all the jokes that Daddy had made about Mr. Tushman's name. So when me and mom arrived at Peter's trip a few weeks before the start of school, and I saw Mr. Tushman standing there waiting for us at the entrance. I started giggling right away. He didn't look at all like what I pictured though. I guess I thought he would be a cowboy, but he didn't. In fact, he was a pretty normal guy, tall and thin, old but not really old. He seemed nice. He shook my mom's hand first. Hi, Mr. Tushman. It's so nice to see you again, said Mom. This is my son August. Mr. Tushman looked right at me and smiled and nodded. He put his hand out for me to shake. Hi, August, he said, totally normally. It's a pleasure to meet you. Hi, I mumbled, dropping my hand into his hand while I looked down at his feet. He was wearing red Adidas. So he said, kneeling down in front of me, so I couldn't look at his sneakers but had to look at his face. Your mom and dad have told me a lot about you. Like what have they told you? I asked.
Yes.
So sorry, honey, you have to speak up, said mom. Like what? I asked, trying to not to mumble. I admit I have a bad habit of mumbling. Well, that you like to lead, said Mr. And that you're a great artist. He had blue eyes with white eyelashes. And you're into science, right? Uh-huh, I said, nodding. We have a couple of great science lectures at Peter, he said. Maybe you'll take one of them. Uh-huh, I said, though I had no idea what an airship was. So are you ready to take a tour? You mean we're doing that now? I said. Do you think we would go to the movies? He answered, smiling as he stood up. You you didn't tell me we were going to take a tour, I said to mom in my agreeing voice. Augie,
Okay, can you
stopped to
stop,
say,
Yahya?
yes,
Here he says you didn't tell me you were taking a tour. I said to my mom in my accusing voice. Well, does anyone know what accusing means?
I think low, yes?
What?
I
Low
think
voice, like a low voice.
No.
no, it's when you speak to someone or you
I know.
Okay, let Abdulaziz have a chance. Abdulaziz?
when you speak, you hear me? Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
When you speak to a person with an attitude that shows that you are blaming them for something.
Okay, Muhammad?
Can I say it in Arabic?
No, we're in English class.
So he is accusing his mom of this. So he's telling her that she is guilty.
Okay,
didn't-
you're all right, but the closest answer was Abdulaziz. Accusing means like blaming someone because they told him they're gonna meet Mr. Tushman, but then they made a tour, so they lied to him. And accusing means like if I accuse you of doing something, that means I blame you of doing something. Okay, continue. Here,
Continue. Yes, Augie, he started to say, it'll be fine, August, said Mr. Ashman, holding his hand out to me. I promise. I think he wanted me to take his hand, but I took Mom's instead. He said and started hugging me. Tommy gave my hand a little squeeze, though I don't know if it was an I love you squeeze or an I'm sorry squeeze. Probably a little of both. The only school I'd ever been inside before was Via's. When I went with mom and dad to watch Via sing in spring concerts and stuff like that. This school was very different. It was smaller. It smelled like a hospital.
Okay, thank you, Yahya. So from this title, we can understand that, I understand that Mr. Tishman he seems like a good guy. He's willing to give people chances, and he just like seems like a good guy like overall. And he tried to comfort August by putting his hand out, but August didn't take his hand. He took his mom's hand. Okay. Now it's going to nice.
We can also say that he's trying to reassure.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
We can also assume that he understands his needs, and he's showing this understanding perfectly well.
Yeah, I think that too. I was just yawning, sorry. Okay, who wants to read nice Mrs. Garcia? Guys? Hello?
Yes, we're here.
Okay, I'll read it. We followed Mr. Tushman down a few hallways. There weren't a lot of people around, and the few people who were didn't seem to notice me at all. Though that may have been because they didn't see me. I sort of hid behind my mom as I walked. I know, that sounds kind of babyish of me, but I wasn't feeling very brave right then. We ended up in a small schoolroom with the words Office of the Middle School. Office of the Middle School Director on the door. Inside, there was a desk with a nice-seeming lady sitting behind it. This is Mrs. Garcia, said Mr. Tushman, and the lady smiled at Mom and took off her glasses and got up her chair. My mother shook her hand and said, Isabel Pullman, nice to meet you. And this is August, Mr. Tushman said. Mom kind of stepped to the side a bit so I would move forward. Then that thing happened that I've seen happen a million times before. When I looked up at her, Mrs. Garcia, I dropped for a second. It was so fast, no one else would have noticed, since the rest of her face stayed exactly the same. She was smiling a really shiny smile. Such a pleasure to meet you, August, she said, holding out her hand for me to shake. Hi, I said quietly, giving her my hand, but I didn't want to look at her face, so I kept staring at her glasses, which hung from my chain around her neck. Wow, what a firm grip, said Mrs. Garcia. Her hand was really warm. The kid got a killer handshake, Mr. Tishman agreed, and everyone laughed above my head. You can call me Mrs. G, Mrs. Garcia said. I think she was talking to me, but I was looking at all the stuff on her desk now. That's what everyone calls me, Mrs. G. I forgot my combination, Mrs. G. I need a late pass, Mrs. G. I want to change my elective, Mrs. G. Mrs. G's actually the one who runs the place, said Mr. Tishman, which again made all the grown-ups laugh. I'm here every morning by 7:30, Mrs. Garcia continued, still looking at me while I said I had brown sandals with small purple flowers and buckles. So if you ever need anything, August, I'm the one to ask, and you can ask me anything. Okay. From the paragraphs we just read, August wasn't really paying attention to Mrs. G. He was looking at her sandals, he was looking at her glasses, he was looking at the stuff on her desk. So that tells us that he was, I think he was really nervous and he didn't want to make eye contact. And we can see that he said, wait, yeah, before I looked up at her, Mrs. Garcia, I dropped for a second. it was also fast. No one else could have really noticed. So that tells us that he's used to this. When people look at him, they get like surprised. He says it happens a million of times, and no one could recognize it but him, because it happened to him a lot of times. Okay. Okay, I mumbled. Oh, look at the cute baby, Mom said, pointing to one of the photographs on Mrs. Garcia's bulletin board. Is he yours? No, my goodness, said Mrs. Garcia, smiling a big smile. Now that was totally different from her shiny smile. You've just made my day. He's my grandson. What a cutie, said Mom, shaking her head. How old? In that picture, he was 5 months, I think, but he's big now, almost 8 years old. Wow, said Mom, nodding and smiling. Well, he is absolutely beautiful. Thank you, said Mrs. Garcia, nodding like she was about to say something else about her grandson, but all of a sudden her smile got a little smaller. We were all going to take very good care of August, she said to Mom, and I saw her give Mom's hand a little squeeze. Okay, can you just finish this part? And I saw her give Mom's hand
Take
a
extra
little
time.
squeeze.
Okay.
Sorry,
I
Aziz,
looked at.
what did Aziz say?
She said the class finished.
Come on, man. We are not restricted by time today.
What did I did? I said the class finished.
It's okay. No.
Okay.
We don't have time restrictions today unless you have you are busy. Are you guys
If
busy?
you want to leave,
No.
we won't force you to stay. If you don't want, you can leave.
Yeah. So can we stay? Can we stay together until 6, Aziz? And speaking of which, can we change the class time to this time, because I find it more convenient for everyone, so that you guys have enough sleep.
It's not convenient for me at all. Oh, you can change it, but I don't.
Yesterday you said you slept in, Aziz, so I thought it might be convenient for you.
No. It was only yesterday. If you want to change it, okay, but I don't think I will.
Okay, we'll talk about this later. Okay, continue, Muhammad. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay. No, it's okay. I saw her give Mom's hand a little squeeze. I looked at Mom's face, and that's when I realized she was just as nervous as I was. I guessed I liked Mrs. Garcia when she wasn't wearing her shiny smile. Okay, so here, where is it? Yes. No, my goodness, says Mrs. smiling a big smile. Now that was totally different from her shiny smile. What do you think the difference between her shiny smile she gave to August and the big smile she gave to August's mom? What's the difference? Is
I
it in a
actually
good
asked
way?
myself the same question.
Yeah, because you can't tell if the August smile was real or the mom's smile was fake. Maybe it's the other way around. I don't know.
Yeah, this guy is very very observant.
I think August preferred the big smile than the shy smile, because when you go down a little bit, she said, I like Mr. Garcia, but without her wearing a shy smile.
So when people say stop wearing a smile, that means a fake one, a fake smile.
Yes.
Okay, I think okay, does anyone have any else point? Does anyone have any other answer? You all agree with Yahya?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Yahya. Jack will. Okay, here we can. I know this has nothing to do with our class, but we can see the importance of the comma. Now I just read it Jack, then I stopped and I read Will. So I thought it was different names, but with the comma here, I know it's one name. I know it has nothing to do with the class, but okay.
Yes, I realized. I thought
we studied this in class, didn't we?
Yes, we studied it in class. Okay,
so now you understand how important punctuation is.
So
It's
Jack.
actually very
So
important.
is it Jack and Will or Jack?
Yes,
No,
no,
Jack
like
Will.
here,
Jack
yeah,
Will is his
Muhammad
name.
Jibrin. It's like Muhammad Jibrin. You see,
Yeah.
it's one name. Okay, who wants to read this? No one?
Me.
Can I read?
Okay, Abdulaziz.
Jack, Will, Julian, and Charlotte. We followed Mr. Tushman into a small room across from Mr. Garcia's desk. He was
Mrs.
talking.
Mrs. is a girl's name. Mrs. You say to a girl.
What did I say? Okay, Mr. Whatever. Mrs. Garcia's desk. He was talking as he closed the door to his office and sat down behind his big desk. Though I wasn't really paying much attention to what he was saying, I was looking around at all things on his desk. Cool stuff, like a globe that floated in the air and a Rubik's type cube made with little mirrors. I liked his office a lot. I liked that there were all these neat little drawings and paintings by students on the walls, framed like they were important. Mom sat down in a chair in front of Mr. Tushman's desk, and even though there was another chair right next to hers, I decided to stand beside her. Why do you have your own room and Mrs. G doesn't? I said. You mean why do I have an office? Asked Mr. Tushman. You said she runs the place, I said. Oh, well, I was kind of kidding. Mr. G is my sister. Mr. Tushman is my director of the middle school, Mom explained. Do they call you Mr. T? I asked, which made him smile. Do you know who Mr. T is? He answered, I pity the fool.
Can you stop here, Abdulaziz? Misal, I actually have a question. What does I pity mean?
Can you point it, Muhammad, please?
Yeah, here. I pity the fool.
I to pity someone to feel sorry for him.
Does it have like any other meaning, like you hate him or? Okay. Continue, Abdulaziz.
He said in a funny, tough voice, like he was imitating.
Yeah, because he was like kind of mocking Mr. T.
Yeah.
I had no idea what he was talking about. Anyway, no, said Mr. Tushman, shaking his head. No one calls me Mr. T, though I have a feeling I am called a lot of other things I don't know about. Let's face it, a name like mine is not easy to live with. You know what I mean. Mister, I have to admit I totally laughed because I know exactly what he meant. My mom and dad had a teacher called Miss Pat, I said. Okay, said Mom, but Mr. Tushman laughed. No, that's bad, said Mr. Tushman, shaking his head. I guess I shouldn't complain. Hey, so listen, August, here's what I thought we would do today. Is that a pumpkin? I said, pointing to a framed painting behind Mr. Tushman's desk. Augie, sweetie, don't interrupt, said Mom. What does Augie mean?
Augie is his
name.
دلع. His name is August. They call
Like
him
they say
Augie.
Hamoudi with Muhammad.
You like
They
it?
call him Augie instead of August.
Okay, I understand. You like it, said Mr. Tushman, turning around and looking at the painting. I do too. And I thought it was a pumpkin too until the student who gave it to me explained that it is actually not a pumpkin. It is. Are you ready for this? A portrait of me. Now, August, I ask you, do I really look that much like a pumpkin? No, I answered, though I was thinking yes. Something about the way his cheeks puffed out when he smiled made him look like Jack-o'-lantern. Oh, this is like Mr. Wobbin in Fortnite, but they added in the Halloween.
Actually, no. Jack-o'-lantern is a pumpkin. Let me show you a picture.
Yes, I understand, but they put it Jack-o'-lantern line.
Yes, I know. A jack-o'-lantern is like this.
Can you write line shot behind it?
Okay. Fortnite.
No. Okay.
This one?
Sure. Yes.
Yes, I've seen it before. Okay, let's go back to our story. Okay. That is?
Just as I thought that it okay. There is too many commas that shouldn't be there.
Why?
See, just as I thought that.
Just as I thought. It occurred to me how funny that was.
Just as I thought, it occurred to me how Mr. Tushman and I started laughing. A little shook my head and covered my mouth with my hand. Mr. Tushman smiled like he could read my mind. I was about to say something else, but then all of a sudden I heard other voices outside the office. Kids' voices. I'm not exaggerating when I say this, but my heart literally started beating like I just had the longest race in the world. The laughter I had inside just poured out of me. The thing is, when I was little,
أنا أريد أفطر عبد العزيز.
meeting
Yes.
kids because I never minded meeting new kids because all the kids I met were really little too. What's cool about really little kids that is they don't say stuff to try to hurt your feelings, even though sometimes they do say stuff that hurts your feeling, but you don't actually know what they are saying. Big kids, though, they know what they are saying, and that is definitely not fun for me. One of the reasons I grow my hair long last year was that I like how my bangs cover my eyes. It helps me block out the things I don't want to see. Mr. Garcia knocked on the door and poked her head inside. They are here, Mr. Tushman, she said. Who's here? I said. Thanks, said Mr. Tushman to Mr. Garcia August. I thought it would be a good idea for you to meet some students who will be in your homeroom this year. I figured they could take you around the school a bit, show you the lay of the land, so to speak.
أريد.
Yeah, go ahead,
I
Muhammad.
don't want to meet anyone. I said to mom.
Okay,
Mr.
Muhammad, before you start, can you take your mic away? It's too loud.
Is it too loud?
No, okay, this is good.
Mr. Tushman was suddenly right in front of me, his hands on my shoulders. He leaned down and said very softly in my ear, "It'll be okay, August. These are nice kids, I promise. We're going to be okay, Augie." Mom whispered with all her might. Before she could say anything else, Mr. Tushman opened the door to his office. "Come on, kids," he said, and in walked two boys and a girl. None of them looked over at me or Mom. They stood by the door looking straight at Mr. Tushman, like their lives depended on it. "Thanks so much for coming, guys, especially since school doesn't start until next month," said Mr. Tushman. "Have you had a good summer?" All of them nodded, but no one said anything. Great, said Mr. Tushman. "So guys, I wanted you to meet August, who's going to be a new student here this year. August, these guys have been students at Beecher's Prep since kindergarten. Though of course they were in the lower school building, but they know all the ins and outs of the middle school program. And since you're all in same homeroom, I thought it would be nice if you got to know each other a little before school started. Okay? So kids, this is August. August, this is Jack Will. Jack Will looked at me and put out his hand when I shook it. When I shook
When I
it,
shook.
he kind of half smiled as Jack Will told my hand forced a smile, looking down fast. And Charlotte, said Mr. Tishman. Charlotte had the blondest
Wait.
hair.
Where are you? We're here.
No, down.
Yes, but you didn't read this.
I did read it.
Okay, can you read it again?
Jack Will looked at me and put out his hand when I shook it. He kind of half smiled and said hey, and looked down really fast. This is Julian, said Mr. Tishman. Hey, said Julian, and did the same exact thing as Jack Will. Took my hand, forced a smile, looked down fast. And Charlotte, said Mr. Tishman. Charlotte had the blondest hair I've ever seen. She didn't shake my hand, but gave me a quick little wave and smiled. Hi, August, nice to meet you, she said. Hi, I said, looking down. She was wearing bright green Crocs.
Yeah, Mr. Omar.
Yes, Aziz. Yes, Aziz.
I have to leave.
It's okay, love. If you have,
Okay, you can go.
you must. Guys, I have a question here, Muhammad. Why is he always
Okay.
interested or looking at shoes?
Wait, I'm sorry. Yes, go ahead.
Because whenever he meets someone, he looks at his shoes first.
Yes, he always looks
Yes.
at their shoes.
That's interesting. Why?
Yes, I think that he's like super observant about
No.
everything.
He said in the
Because-
movie that
Yeah.
Yes,
you
we're
can
not-
tell. You can tell that you can know a lot of things on a
Things
person.
by their
only
shoes.
Yeah, by their shoes.
Yeah.
And if you notice, every time someone like shakes his hand or something, he tells us what they did and how they felt and like all of that. He's observant. Okay. Go.
Yeah, he's super
Go.
observant. Like
Yes.
Yeah, but he's also too bashful or too shy.
Yes.
Yeah, too timid. You know.
I wouldn't blame him because I think he's been through a lot.
Yeah, he might have bad experiences before.
Yes, but still other people. So maybe he has trust issues.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry, Muhammad. If you wanna go on, fine. If you wanna stop it here because it's already 6. It's okay.
I think I'll stop because iftar. Is that okay, Mister?
Pardon me?
Because iftar now. I have to.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Do you like this time every day, Yahya? Yahya, is it okay if we start?
Yahya's not here.
Yahya left?
Yeah, but
Only me and Muhammad.
I actually find it better.
I don't know. Can we discuss it on? Can you
The
guys?
group.
Because I know you have another group where you chat together.
But no one's chatting, Mister. Everyone, they don't speak at all.
Really?
Yes, Graduate doesn't
Yeah.
speak.
I don't know what's happened to them.
Ever since school